Welcome back to The Saving Secret, where I help you be more intentional with your money. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Fidelity rolling over an old 401k. I recently did this a few weeks ago, thought the process was pretty simple, and I think Fidelity's great. So I wanted to show you the process of what to do and how to set it up so you're not going to want to miss it. So I'll leave a link in the description below of kind of this website of kind of where it is. It's not an affiliate link. It just shows you the process of how to roll over your old 401k. Specifically, I wanted to show this of some of the benefits if you're not familiar with Fidelity. They have no account fees, no minimums to open an account. It's actually really simple. It can help build a long plan. They have a wide range of investments, mutual funds. Fidelity is known for its low-cost index funds, mutual funds, but you can also invest in other stocks and bonds and other things like that. So these are things to take a peek at. And the rollover process makes it really simple because they let you use a specialist along the way. So I'll show you how to do that. But the first thing you need to do is you need to smash that like button because it can really help me out. So greatly appreciated. But if you want to continue to learn how the process works, you click on this how it works. So once you click on that, it's talking about moving your old 401k into a rollover IRA. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to set up a new account. And so for me, like I said, I did this a few weeks ago, pretty easy process. You wanted to set up a new IRA rollover. But one thing to consider, and this is a good little button here, you can click on that, is if you made contributions to both a Roth and a traditional 401k, you may need both accounts. Now, for me, I already had a Roth IRA, so I didn't actually need to create a new Roth account, but something to be aware of if you have both pre-tax and post-tax contributions, you will need two different accounts. But for me, I only needed to set up the rollover IRA. And again, that doesn't take too much time, but just something to consider when you're going through that. You can click on this. It should only take about 5 minutes to click on that. Once you have your new IRA open, you need to contact your old 401k provider. Unless your 401k provider was with Fidelity, everyone's going to be a little bit different. So one of the things that I really like that Fidelity's done is they've kind of given you a couple of questions that you want to walk through that old 401k provider. Ask them if they need kind of a letter of acceptance. If it is, Fidelity will help produce one for you. Pretty simple. When I switched over from Merrill Lynch, I did not actually need a letter of acceptance. So it really just depends on the 401k provider, whether you're going to need one or not. If you do have some company stock, Fidelity recommends that it's easiest if you just give them a call and they'll help you roll that over into it. So that's kind of how to get that set up. One of the features I personally have not used, but I think it's great that they even offer it, is you can actually call Fidelity Rollover Specialist. You can call this number, and then they can three-way into your old 401k. So pretty cool, pretty neat that they offer that kind of service to help you roll in the funds. So once you contact them, one of the things they're going to ask you and that you need to know is depositing your money into your Fidelity account. And so when you're moving this over, it's important to note that, yes, currently your 401k has things invested in mutual funds, index funds, or whatever your 401k plan had. So what it's going to do is it's going to convert that into cash before it sends it to you. And they're going to put it into a check, or if they have that in wire instructions. So they're going to turn that into cash, and you have two options. They can send the funds directly to you, which I would personally not recommend having you send a check of significant money into you, because if you don't get it deposited or whatever, there could be tax implications that you have 60 days, and it's just a hassle. So personally, what I did is I sent the funds directly to Fidelity. They make it pretty easy, especially when you're on the line talking to your old 401k provider, what you need to do, and they tell you exactly what to put on the check, your IRA number. So it really makes it pretty simple. Once you do that process with your old 401k, then it's kind of a waiting game. You wait a couple of days, normal mail, and then this is where you're going to send it if it's normal mail. And then after they send that, then it's time to invest your money. And Fidelity has a lot of great options for what to invest in. But one of the things I promised I would share with you is one of the mutual funds that I use that I think is fantastic. And it's the Fidelity Blue Chip Growth Fund. So one thing I'll give you this caveat is I am not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment purposes only. But I think it's important for me to share some of the mutual funds that I use. This is one that I have, and I think it's a great fund. This is ticker symbol FBGRX, Fidelity Blue Chip Growth Fund. So if you come down here, it does have a little bit higher expense ratio than some of the index funds and other things, but it has been around for a long time. It's almost as old as I am, not quite. But it's been an old mutual fund that's done great. Its goal is to seek growth of capital over the long term. So I think that's great for retirement accounts. It can really be great fund. It's had some great performance over the years. I'll just give you some highlights here, specifically calendar year total returns. Year over year, it does pretty well. Last year, it was just unbelievable at 62%. How it relates to the Russell index and the growth, it typically outperforms them year over year, and it does a great job. So this is one that I'm really, I'm a fan of. I'm going to buy and hold this basically forever. For my personal fund. Where does it rank? I love these. When you look at how well it's done in the growth from the Lipper group, it's the top 25 out of 1,500. So that puts it in the top 2%. And then over the last year's return, it was in the top 3.5%. So again, just a really cool mutual fund. What makes it up? Information technology and consumer discretionary is kind of what makes up this fund. It's definitely in the growth and the large category. It has 490 holdings, but the top 10 do make up 44% of them. So again, that's just a mutual fund that I really like. Again, it's FBGRX. If that's interested to you. Hope you found this information helpful. I recently did a Rollover 401K with Fidelity. I thought it was easy. I wanted to share it with you. If you thought this information was helpful, be sure to hit that like button. I do videos about helping people be intentional with their money. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to put them in the comments section below. I promise I will respond. And I just enjoy finding ways to help people. If you're interested, I've done some other videos that can help you be more intentional with your money. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.